What was in the infamous Paddock 10? This is one of the biggest questions in the Jurassic franchise, and it was never confirmed what dinosaur or creature was kept inside it. Was it possibly the Spinosaurus? Well, get some snacks, hold on to your butts, and get ready to solve one of the craziest Jurassic mysteries. So, to start off, we need to quickly discuss the other large dinosaur paddocks. These two paddocks were Paddock 9, which held Rexy, and Paddock 11, which held the Indominus Rex. It's obvious that both these paddocks hold extra large, dangerous dinosaurs, so we can only assume that Paddock 10 had the same task. This, however, could be completely false. There could actually be some type of small yet extremely dangerous dinosaur or creature being housed in Paddock 10, which I will come back to later. The first dinosaur suspect could be the black Indominus Rex. For those of you who may not know, there were originally two Indominus Rexes created in case one didn't survive. According to what we're told in Jurassic World by Claire Dearing, the white Indominus ate its sibling. It is not ever confirmed in the film that the Indominus sibling was eaten at birth, but it is 100% confirmed that the Indominus Rex did eat its sibling. I slightly believe, however, very slightly, with some other fans, that the Indominus Rex's sibling was actually never killed and that it may be somewhere else, possibly in Paddock 10. This, however, could not be possible because Simon Masrani would know of what was inside the paddock. He did not know the Scorpius Rex was not euthanized because Dr. Wu froze it and hid it in one of the underground secret chambers that ran under the park. A huge dinosaur like the Indominus Rex would be much too large to fit underground, and its paddock would be much too large to have out in the open without Masrani knowing about it. So that takes the chance of Paddock 10 being the Indominus's home very slim to nothing. The next possible dinosaurs that that would be in Paddock 10 are the chameleon carnotauruses. If you want to know more about the chameleon carnos, go check out the video on screen now after you finish watching this one. In a nutshell, chameleon carnotauruses could camouflage, and I believe they could modulate their body temperatures because they had tree frog DNA, which allowed them to hide from thermal technology, just like the Indominus Rex. Even though never seen in the Jurassic franchise, the chameleon carnotauruses were featured in the Lost World Jurassic Park novel written by Michael Crichton. This is considered soft canon to the film universe, but I do believe the chameleon carnos do exist in the film franchise and universe. They would have been taken off Isla Sorna by Masrani Global and housed either in Paddock 10 or the restricted section of Jurassic World. I don't believe they were kept in Paddock 10, though, just because they were Carnotauruses and Toro, who was also a Carnotaurus, was kept in the restricted section. In the films, Carnotauruses are depicted to be extremely aggressive and unpredictable animals. It would make sense to house the chameleon Carnotauruses near another Carnotaurus such as Toro and not way out in their own paddock such as Paddock 10. So now that takes another dinosaur off the list of possibilities for Paddock 10. Of course, though, you might be wondering why I haven't brought up the Spinosaurus yet. Well, the reason why is that it was never on Isla Nublar. Asset 87 was poached off Isla Sorna by Manticorp in 2002, and dinosaurs weren't moved to Isla Nublar until 2004, with Jurassic World opening the following year. So there was absolutely no way the Spinosaurus could have been on Isla Nublar, specifically Paddock 10, because it was poached off Site B in 2002, 3 years before Jurassic World opened. But now I'm about to tell you what terrible creature was kept in Paddock 10, and I am talking about the horrible Troodon. For those hardcore fans invested deeply in the Jurassic lore, you might know where I'm going with this. Brace yourselves. The Troodon is a small creature that was shown in Jurassic Park, the game. And just to note, it's not actually considered a real dinosaur. Nonetheless, the Troodon is considered extremely dangerous, and it acts as one of the key antagonists of the Jurassic Park game. The reason the Troodon is considered so dangerous is because it is venomous. First, when it bites you, you begin to feel weak and fuzzy. Then you become paralyzed. The Troodon then proceeds to cut you open and lay its eggs inside of you, all while you're still alive. When you're paralyzed, you can still hear, see, and feel everything that's going on around you, but you're just not able to move, making this so horrible that it is just not possible to show on the big screen to anybody. Then, when the baby Troodons hatch, they begin to eat you alive. And at this point, you'll just want to hope it's all over soon. Of course, this was never shown, as I just mentioned, in the films because it was just way too horrifying and gory. It was, as I mentioned earlier, in the Jurassic Park, the game. This is animated, so it's not as gory, and I don't believe that they showed the Troodon eating the victim that had its eggs laid inside of it, but nonetheless, this is still a horrible death. It serves as a key antagonist in the game, and we actually see what it does to its victims. So, just because the Troodon was never shown to us on the big screen doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It was created in Jurassic Park's era and could have survived until Masrani Global finds them and puts them in Paddock 10. Paddock 10 may have been even in the restricted section of Jurassic World. Who knows? But I deeply, deeply believe that the Troodons were the creatures being housed in Paddock 10. Well, there you have it. I just solved one of the most controversial debates about the Jurassic franchise in just a super small period of time. This video, however, did take a little while to make. So I hope you'll consider subscribing, and don't forget to leave a like and comment what you think was in Paddock 10. I'd love to hear all of your guys' thoughts. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.